Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be working on some little collaged envelopes, and I thought I might take you along and do a craft with me. And I'm using all the kits today from Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. I have so much fun using her kits. They are absolutely gorgeous. And I will show you a little example of two that I've made already. This is an envelope using the Biscotti Silk Couture Kit. And I just took a piece of copy paper and I tore up bits of pages from her kit, and I just did some collaging and did a little portfolio closure, embellished the envelope. And on this one, instead of using the copy paper, I used wallpaper. I wanted to see how that would work. And I will say that it's a little bit thick, so when you don't have it wrapped and closed, it kind of pops up. But I think it's okay, it's sturdy enough. So then you just tuck in your little ephemera pieces inside, or a little note if you want to use it as a gift card. I did a little decorative stitching with some metallic thread down the sides, and I left the back relatively plain. I just wrapped the lace from here around the back so you can see all the beautiful collaging. And we have looked at this kit several times before, so I won't go through all of the pages, but you can follow the link I'll put below for the Biscotti Silk Couture Kit at Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. So that's that little envelope. And on this one, I used the Pink Silk Atelier Kit. This is her brand new kit, and when I say it's gorgeous, friends, I mean it is to die for. This kit, I think, might be my new absolute favorite. So again, I collaged the page. This one was on typing paper. I did the little portfolio closure here and just used some crinkled seam binding on this one as well as the other one, and did a little foofy lace and net embellishment up there. I used a piece of the ephemera for a little focal point there and down here as well. Some little floral flowers there, little fabric flowers, little netting here. Again, some decorative stitching all around the sides with the metallic thread. And then this one, I did use the coffee dyed paper, so you can see I did do a little inking with the pink ink. And then look at these gorgeous cards. I have not embellished them yet. I will do that, but look at how pretty they are. I just love, love, love this kit. I have a big project plan for this one, so stay tuned about that. So that is that one. And then for the third kit, we're going to use for the craft with me today, and we'll make that one together. And that is using the Harvest Waltz kit. And this is a beautiful fall themed kit. We'll go through a few of the pages here. This is the paper pack. We've got the beautiful collage pages. There's some ephemera pieces there. Absolutely gorgeous. All the pine cones and pumpkins and all the sweet things. I love that. These are some of the paper pack pages there. Look at that beautiful brick and the ruffles, and the satin and the doilies. Just absolutely stunning. I love those colors, these beautiful neutral colors you can do so many accents with and really play those colors up. I love that. So there we go with the paper pack pages. That's not all of them, but some of them. I love how Doreen gives you such a nice variety to work with. And then, oops, that one's upside down. For fall, we have a little hot cocoa. That's necessary. So I love that one. And then another one with the bricks and the leaves and the beautiful pine cones and the cotton ball flowers. I love that. And then here are some of the ephemera pages, and just absolutely gorgeous pieces to cut out and do journaling cards with. As you can see, I've already cut some of them so we can play with them. And they are so pretty. I just love them. So this kit is absolutely beautiful. It's one of her previous kits, and I haven't gotten to play with this, so I thought now for fall would be a wonderful time. We've got the couple pages with all the words, so those are going to be fun. So let's get started. I will show you my collage page. I went ahead and did the collaging so we don't have to sit here and watch me tear paper and glue it. I did ink around all of my pieces, and then I put it on some coffee dyed paper, and we'll just trim it up here, and I'll show you how we construct the envelopes. And it's super easy to do, and I love this method. Although she makes pretty collage pages to use in the kits, I find this is a beautiful way to use up scraps when you've cut into things and you have the beautiful scraps that are too pretty to throw away. This is a lovely way to use those up and then put your own spin on the kit. So this backing paper, it's just a regular weight copy paper. I think it's a 24 pound. Just regular old paper that I coffee dyed. And it's okay that it's all crinkly because you're not going to see that behind all the collaging on the front, the collage pieces. So now we're going to take our little cutter here, and the beauty of these is you can make them any size you would like. Let's see, I'm not sure I'm going to get my whole cutter in here, but you get the idea. So first of all, I want to decide which side of the page I want to use for my envelope, and I think we'll use this side for the majority of it. And I want to cut it about 5.5. So let's take it to about right there. And we'll just give it a slice. And then that gives you a nice width to play with right there. And on this one, you can cut it up and use it for tags. Like this was the one I had left for the Pink Silk Atelier, and I'll just snip that off and I'll do a tall tag and a shorter tag and put it inside the envelope. I think that's perfect. So you can use your whole page. I love that. So we'll set this one aside for now, and we'll do this one. So now we have to decide which way we want to fold it up. And if we do it this way, it will be upside down. So I think we'll do it this way. And there again, it's your preference about how deep you want it. Let's go. Let's see, I don't want it that deep. Let's go about here. You want it deep enough to get ephemera in. And I will use my little bone folder to give it a crease. And then you're going to want to notch it. Let's see, where did my little... You're going to want to notch it so you know that it's a tuck inside there. And I just kind of eyeball it. You can measure it if you want, but I just kind of eyeball it. Actually, I think I want it a little deeper. So let's go right about there. There we go. And then leave a little bit of room up here so you can tuck in, and then fold down the top. So let's see, let's fold it and I'll show you the amount of room here. And then we shall bone fold it again with our crease. And then see, we've left about almost an inch of room up there. And then I do like to notch my little corners. So we'll do that. And one on this side. Oops, didn't get that one very good. So it has turned fall here in the middle of southern Indiana. So this is an appropriate time to play with this kit. Now see, I'm off a little bit here on the sides. So what I will do is just take this and trim it up a little bit more so we're even. I love this because there's no super measurements and things. It's not something you have to be so terribly precise with. I want that to go under the little flap here, so we're just going to trim it up a tad bit more. There we are. And there we have it. So now we'll put a little glue down here. You use the, oh, you know what? First, before you do that, I think we will ink it up so I don't get glue on my ink pad. So we'll just give it a little ink. Inking is your personal preference. If you don't like to ink, don't ink. If you don't like your raw edges, you can cover them with lace. We'll just ink the little creases here. Look how pretty that looks with all the fall colors and all the pieces and bits. I love that. There's the little pine cones and the pumpkins and the cinnamon sticks. I swear, Doreen is so creative. I don't know how she comes up with all of these beautiful designs, but one kit is just as beautiful as the next. And I chose these 3 kits because I'm going to be doing a larger project with both the Harvest Waltz and the Pink Silk Atelier. And I wanted some ephemera pieces to go with that. And then the Biscotti Silk Couture kit, which is this little one over here that we looked at. I have several projects that I've done with that one, and I love it so much, and I had cut out all of the ephemera, and I have so much ephemera left. I have this whole bag full of ephemera still to play with. So I thought, why not just make up some little envelopes that I can use when I send a happy mail or a gift, or just need to send a little note. I'll have those at the ready. So I love that. When you're playing with your scraps and you've got everything out, it's always nice to make a little extra so you have something on hand. And I see up here I have a little piece coming undone, so we'll repair that real quick, providing I can get my glue out. I should have checked that before we got on camera. I am using the Bearly Arts glitter glue. You use the glue of your choice, whatever it is you prefer. I would not suggest, however, a glue stick for the collaging of this, because I'm not so sure it would hold down permanently. Okay, so I'm just going to go up the edges here. And I want a good hold. Since this is a little heavy and crinkly, I'll do a little bit thicker line than I would normally. Trying not to get it on my fabric here. And let's do that. And I think while we're working with this, I'm just going to put a couple little clips on there to hold it down while it dries. See, it wants to pop up, so we'll just secure it while we're decorating it. I love these tiny little paper clips. I think they are darling. Hopefully they won't be in the way. So I hope y'all are doing well. We are in the midst of allergy season out here, hence my somewhat foggy voice. Ooh, I opened that upside down. Ha! Did it with minimal spillage. Alrighty, there we are. Okay, so now let's see what we want to do here. I've cut out a couple little pieces. I think because this one is so busy on the pages and I love these prints, I won't put too much on it, but I do want to add a little something. So let's see if we could put maybe some of these pumpkins down. Maybe a pumpkin on the top there. And maybe, uh-oh, Luca, no sir. I got my little barky butt here. Let's see, maybe we'll go this side. Why don't we do that? Okay, so let's think again. Luca, no sir. He hears the dog across the street. Luca, nobody wants to hear you bark. He hasn't made an appearance in a while, so there he is. Luca. So in my last video with the craft with me, I said I was going to try to keep it under an hour, and it was an hour and a minute. So I am going to desperately try and get through this in a more reasonable amount of time. So we'll just play a bit here and see what we come up with. I'm starting to see all the beautiful fall and Christmas projects that you all are doing. Absolutely stunning. Okay, let's see. Let's put a little, Luca, please. Let's put a little backing on here. Maybe we'll go, let's see which is the right side. Maybe we'll go that way. Oh, I like that. Let's do a little snip up the side here. Kind of rough up our edges like I like to do. I am getting ready to have my grandsons for fall break for a few days, so I am trying to get a project or two done since I won't be on video for a few days. My oldest grandson, who is turning 10 on the 21st, he is going to go to swim camp through fall break, so we're going to start that tomorrow. He's looking forward to that. The younger one doesn't care too much for swimming yet. He told me over the summer when our oldest was doing swimming lessons, he said, "No, Grammy, I don't want to do that. I'm just not a swimming guy." So I said, okay, we'll wait till you decide that you are. He's adorable, both of them are. I am so blessed. I just adore these little guys. It is so fun seeing your children with their children. I tell you what, you hear all the time being a grandparent is the best, but it so is. It is such a blessing. You kind of get to relive when you were the parent and enjoy the babies. And it's such a thrill to know that your children are doing what you got to do with them, you know, with all the fun things. Let's see, do we want the little leaves in there? I don't know. Do the leaves make sense? They add a bit of sparkle. Maybe tuck that in there. Let's see, what about that? Should we do that? And do something simple up there. I think we'll do that. So I want to also take them to the pumpkin patch while they're on break. So we'll pick a day to do that. And then the little one called, he's 5, and he wants to bake cookies. So they called me the other night and said, can we come spend the night and bake cookies? So we've got a cookie date coming up too. So we will be busy. And it will be Grammy's happy time. They are so fun to spend time with. Okay, let's put that down. And that little guy down. So are you working on any fall projects or holiday projects? I have not done any holiday journals yet, but I think this might be the year I try. A Christmas journal, possibly. Okay, we've got that, and then we've got the little word. Do we want the word down here? Or do we want it up here? Maybe we'll put it up here. Okay, let's do that. And then I thought I did some cheesecloth here. I dyed it and I used turmeric. And it gave it kind of an orangey look. So I thought we might use some of that. Kind of pull it apart here so it's not so bulky. I want some of the color, but not all the bulk. Okay, let's do that. And then let's see, these are probably good. Take that off. And then we shall do a little I don't think we need all of that. We'll snip some of that off. Kind of put that on there in a messy little fashion. For this part, I'm using my Fabri-Tac. I like to put it on and just kind of mush it up a little bit. Let's put our little pumpkin there and see what we think about that. Angle the pumpkin. Pull some of that down a little bit. And then before we glue that down, I think we'll take a little snippet of some lace. I don't want to cover too much. I think that might be a little heavy. Let's try maybe one of these pieces. Try a little bit of this. Well, let's do it that way because I need to leave room for my closure. And I want to talk about those portfolio closures here in just a moment. Oh, got a big old glob of glue. Okay, let's get the correct side of our lace, which is going to be this way, I believe. And let's just, actually I want that raggedy side that way, so let's do that. And then we'll put our pumpkin down. Oh, I have got the sniffles today so bad. I woke up and my head was very foggy and dizzy. Those allergies, when they hit hard. Okay, let's go this way. And then that way. Leaving enough room for our closure, which will be over here. Okay, so I'm liking that a lot. So let's talk about our closure. I cut out of one of the ephemera pieces, if I can find it quick here. I meant to save it out, but I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Where did we go with it? I should have pulled that out and set it to the side. Well, I am not seeing it, but in some of these ephemera pieces, you'll see little pieces like that, little pictures. I just took my little circle cutter and I cut up into one of those ephemera pieces, and I got, where did I put it? I must have tossed it. Well, I got one of the little pumpkins. I harvested one of the little pumpkins out of one of the ephemera pieces, and we're going to put a little doodad in the middle. What are these? I totally just lost the name. But before I do that, I want to show you. I took this UV resin. It's this UV resin right here, and I used my nail lamp from when I was a nail tech, and I coated these in resin, and I put it in the nail lamp and cured it, and it made it hard. I did a couple of these pieces as well. Look at how cute those are. And then you can use them for little tags and little dangles. It makes them shiny and pretty. And then they have some structure to them, because on this one, I didn't do that, and look at how flimsy that is. When you do the wrap around the closure, it's going to come apart and start to tear. So I'm going to replace that one with this one. So we will fix that after the video. But I thought that is such a cool idea to use for a closure. So let's pick a little brad. That's what it is, a brad. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Don't you love how you get on video and all of a sudden you cannot think of what you want to say? Let's try this little orange one. Or do we have a little gold one? Let's see which one looks better. Let's see. Oh, I think that one's too yellow. Let's do the little orange one. And we'll do just a small one so we don't cover up the... Oh, look how sweet that is. We don't cover up the image. So now what I'll do is I will take my pokey tool, which is how I made the holes in these. Before you put the resin, you put your pokey tool in there and make yourself a little hole. And then after you do the resin, because it spreads, you're probably gonna have to poke it through again, but be careful because they become very brittle. You can crack them in half very easily, which I did on a bow. I did one of these little bows and I cracked it in half when I was trying to repoke. So let's kind of eyeball and look where the middle is. And I think we'll go right about here. So right about up here, I'm going to open my envelope so we don't poke through the rest of the paper and the actual envelope itself. And we're just going to make a little hole and we'll poke that little guy through. Flip it around and open it up there, and there we have our little closure. Isn't that sweet? Oh, there went my box of pearls. Let's see, let me get my thing of seam binding. And we will choose a color. Let's see. That might be a good color there. Or, oh, actually, I like this one. Let's try this one. I am somewhat obsessed with crinkled seam binding at the moment. And I was just on a sale over the weekend. There's a lady, Donna. Her channel is Donna Dreams ×3. I will link her below. She has the best sales, usually on Sunday nights, and she sells this seam binding. Oh, look at how gorgeous that looks. So her prices are unbelievable. I went a little nuts this Sunday, but I stocked up because I knew I had projects coming up. So let's do that, and then we'll just wrap it around. This part's a little fiddly getting it started, but once you get it, it's pretty good. So we're just gonna tuck that under our little closure right there. There we go, now that's secure. We've got a little foofy, floppy top there, and then we will wrap it around like that once again. Let's get that in there. Bring it around. And then we will see how much we want to dangle down, maybe like that. So there you have it. I just think that is so stinking cute. You can pull it tight like that so you have a little foofy tails on there. And there we are. There is our envelope. I just think that is so fun. So, so sweet. I love these resin closures. I got that resin on Amazon, so if you just search UV resin for crafts on Amazon, you can find it fairly easily. When we have this closed, I needed to pull it a little bit tighter, so we keep it closed, but you get the gist. So there we are, guys. There is our envelopes. I hope you enjoyed this little craft with me. We've got all our pretties right here. And I just think they turned out wonderfully. There again, you make them the size you want. You can play around with the width and the height and make them the size that you need for your project. And then don't forget to save your little bits to use for tags and other projects. So we've got this one from our Harvest Waltz, and this one from our Pink Silk Atelier, and all of the beautiful little ephemera pieces here from each kit. They're all corresponding there. I just love this project. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to know if you've done this before. If you do, leave me a comment and tell me how you liked the project. And I thank you all for watching. And I thank Donna and Paula Fowler, and I will link Paula's channel below as well. On the sale last Sunday, they both mentioned my projects and gave me the sweetest compliments. Thank you so much, ladies. Coming from you both who make absolutely lovely things, that just touched my heart. But because of their comments, I got so many new subscribers that evening, and I welcome you all. I hope you follow along. I hope you enjoy the videos, and I just appreciate all your likes and comments as always. Have a blessed rest of your day, and I look forward to see you in the next video, guys. Bye.